Hi guys, CombinedYoutuber here. Welcome to the F1 2013 Creamer. Today we'll be doing the Singapore Grand Prix qualifying. So this is the first race with our rival, who is Sebastian Vettel, because we can't choose Fernando Alonso and he is the closest to us two Ferraris. So here we are in the Singapore Grand Prix for the qualifying session. This is going to be a very long race. And here we are in the Singapore Grand Prix. It's a clear evening in the Singapore Grand Prix in the Marina Bay Street Circuit. And here we are, getting into the car, getting into our Ferrari for this qualifying session. I hope we can qualify well, but then I'm actually not that good at this track, so I might not qualify that well, but we'll see. Anyway. Sorry about that. So here we are. We've out-qualified each other 6 times each, but because of my podium in Monza, I've got more podiums than him. But I outraced him in Monza, so no, he outraced me in Monza, so he should get the outracing. He should get the outrace thing. Here we go, coming out on track for our first run in the Singapore Grand Prix qualifying. Waiting for the engineer to bring us out. And here we go, coming out onto the track. There's a Marussia coming out ahead of us as well. Not sure who that is, but there's a Marussia there as well. And here we are, coming out onto the track for our first run. Oh, we crossed the white line. That's costly. We can't do that ever again because we'll get a penalty. Otherwise, as you saw, we got a warning for crossing the pit exit line, so we can't do that again. Here we go, coming down towards turn 5. Apparently this is turn 5. Apparently this is turn 5 because turn 4 is a kink. I don't count kinks as corners really, so I should call that turn 5 because it's realistically turn 5. But it really should be turn 4. This is turn 7, but that was a quarter cut and a half, by the way, at turn 7. We're coming in onto turn 9 very slowly on our out lap. You need to warm up those tyres and take it easy before you start your actual lap, where you will push. Now this race always makes you sweaty because it's a very hard track to race at. It's the Marina Bay Street Circuit in Singapore. Very hard track to race at. It'll make you sweaty if you're trying to do a fast lap, which I actually did, but in this session, I sweated the whole time because it's such a hard track to race at. I really wanted to get the most out of it. Anyway, coming down towards this corner, because it's still on our outlap, which is a very slow outlap, to be fairly honest. Now, coming into the tunnel. Oh, by the way, I want to get this out, so I'm not commentating this session with Spittles today, but I'll commentate this by myself today. Here we go. Starting our lap now, coming around the final corner onto Rich Mix, clipping the curb, but going a little bit wide there. And now starting our first lap here in the Singapore Grand Prix qualifying. Now coming down towards turn 1, braking down to second gear, and now coming into turn 2 and 3. Here we go, braking down to first, clipping the curb just slightly before coming onto the straight, down towards turn 4. There's a Force India of Paul di Resta getting us past. Now we're coming into turn 5. Breaking down to second before coming onto the first straight of the day. Here we are behind the Marussia, and we've hit the wall just slightly, but here we go, coming down towards turn 7. Here we go. Not quite corner cone there. Here we go, down towards turn 8. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, there's a little bit of a thing there, but here we go, right behind Max Chilton. Max Chilton is in the Marussia. Hopefully he can get out of our way. Here we go, coming down towards the turn 10 at the Singapore Sling. Well, what was the Singapore Sling. Now coming down towards the chicane when Max Chilton. What are you doing, Max Chilton? You're just absolutely blocking me. You're a much slower car than what I have. Stop blocking me, seriously. Oh my god, I scraped against the wall. Oh, here we go. Max Chilton's just gonna try and get us again. Oh my god. He really wants to. He really wants to anger me, doesn't he? Max Chilton. He's so slow. What is he doing? Here's the replay here. Coming on the inside of Max Chilton. I clipped the curb too much. And Max Chilton's actually got us, so... wow. We have 310s down on Sergio Perez. Oh, up the inside of Max Chilton. That's what you get for blocking me. And now coming down towards the tunnel at turn 18. We've definitely backed out on that lap. Here we go, up the inside. Look how much of the apex he missed. Max Chilton missed miles of the apex there. Now coming down towards turn 18 and into 19 and 20. And then 21. And now coming down towards the final corner. What are we going to set? This is not going to be a great time. It's going to be a 1:47.614. So that's a pretty bad time, to be fairly honest. But that puts us in 5th fastest. No, 4th fastest actually, but we've dropped down to 5th. Because Bottas has gone faster than us for some reason. But now, that's the end of our first run. We're just going to stop on track to let that prick in the Marussia through, and the Williams. One of them. Don't know who it is. It's probably Bottas, to be fairly honest. Here we go. Returning to the garage. Completing our first run. We're going to change to a new set of tyres. But before we do that, we're going to watch a bit of Fernando Alonso. We go. Oh, the tyres looked awkward there. But here we go. Changing to a set of new set of option tyres. Look at that. The tyres and the front tyres just look a bit awkward, don't they? Do you reckon? I don't know. Okay, I don't know why I was checking the tyres there again. But Sebastian Vettel's on provisional pole at the moment from Fernando Alonso, then Sergio Perez, Mark Webber, Adrian Sutil, Kimi Raikkonen, Nico Hulkenberg, Jenson Button, Valtteri Bottas, and then me in 10th. But then now watch the yellow dot, as my finger's pointing there, of Fernando Alonso coming around the last few corners. Now here we go, coming into the tunnel with Fernando Alonso. Watch the yellow dot, as I said. Let's see if we can improve on his time. It's a 1:44.9, 1/10 slower. I am 3 seconds off the pace. And there comes Alonso round the final corner. Can he improve on his time? No, he can't. Alonso cannot improve on his time. He stays 2nd fastest behind Sebastian Vettel. Now moving on to a flying lap for our 2nd lap of this Singapore Grand Prix qualifying. Coming into through the tunnel, and now coming into turn 19, and now into this other chicane. Now coming onto the final corner of the Singapore Grand Prix qualifying. Now starting our 2nd lap here in Singapore, coming onto the straight using DRS and the curves. Coming into turn 1, shifting down to 2nd, coming down into turn 2 and 3. Shifting down to 1st, going way wide there. But now before coming into a very unimportant kink at turn 4. Now coming into turn 5. Braking down to 2nd gear before coming onto the straight. Flat out. Going up to 6th, now up to 7th. What is our sector split for the first sector? It's 1.191 seconds down. That's not actually that much. So that's Lewis Hamilton on provisional pole at the moment. That's 1/10 of his first sector. Okay, we're almost hitting the wall at turn 9 there before coming onto the short straight down into turn 10. Singapore sling. Oh, we've corner cutted. That's invalidated a lap. No. How did we just... Oh, that was dangerous. That right there. Did you see that slide? That was very dangerous. Oh my god. That was like... Oh, wow. That was interesting. I'll show you a replay in a second, but... Yeah. Coming onto this chicane. And now coming into turn 18. Now back from the replay and coming into the tunnel again and turn 19. And oh my god. Oh my god. I just have no words for that corner car I just did there. But now coming into the pits here in Singapore, and we have the Marisha, the Prickerisha. That just sounded wrong. Coming into the pits to end his first or second run. I'm not sure if it actually was Chilson. It was Bianchi. I'm sorry, I was the wrong Marisha. Now, here we are, in 14th place, and dropped even further down. This is turning into a crap quali. But, the question is, can we get a good lap in on our final run? Here we go. This is going to be interesting. What can we do on our final run? Here we go. Starting our lap into the tunnel, and now to turn 18, with 1.5 minutes to go. What can we do on our final run here in Singapore? And we're coming onto the final corner, starting our lap here in Singapore, using the curves and the DRS. Not the DRS, up to Rich Mix. Now coming down towards turn 1, shifting down to second. Now we're looking on the replay, coming into turn 3, shifting down to first gear. Now coming onto the straight, and then the little kick at turn 4. Now coming down towards turn 5, shifting down to second once again. Now coming onto the straight, down towards turn 7. Here we go, speeding past the camera. Now down towards turn 7. What can we do? Here we go, down second gear, missing the apex only just there, but we're 0.015 seconds down. That's very, very close to Lewis Hamilton's time. Coming into turn 9. Oh, we're very close to the wall there. That was very close. Now coming into turn 10. We don't corner cut this time. Now coming into turn 11. Take it very slowly there for some reason. We're coming down towards turn 12. The hairpin corner. And coming onto the straight, down towards turn 13. Here we go, onto the straight with the replay camera, down towards turn 13. Here we go, going into the corner nicely, clipping the curb slightly. 3/10 down, so that slowing down at the chicane there did lose us a lot of time. But can we make up time in this final sector, coming into the tunnel, into turn 18? That is beautiful, that corner there. Now coming into the final corners of the Singapore Grand Prix qualifying. What can we do? Where can we qualify for this Grand Prix? Coming into the final corner. Here we go, round the final corner, crossing the line for a 43.7. Yes, we take second place. Wow. How have we done that? How have we done that? We went from 15th to second in one lap. We had a 47, and we're down 43.7. And now we take a very, very surprising second place for the Singapore Grand Prix. Wow, that was just unbelievable. I had the fastest second sector of everybody, and the fastest third sector out of everybody as well. As you can see, that there's Sebastian Vettel's times. And there's Alonso's times. And I don't know why I looked at Perez. I'm just looking at everyone for some reason. There's Vettel's times, having a 29.2. Notice I have the fastest second and third sector of everybody. So that second sector actually was faster than the other two, even though we lost time in there. It's a very interesting qualifying session this has been. Lewis Hamilton, by a margin, has taken pole position for this Grand Prix. It's been a while since Lewis Hamilton's taken pole. Now here we are, Lewis Hamilton takes pole from me in second, and Sebastian Vettel, Fernando Alonso, Sergio Perez, Nico Rosberg, Kimi Raikkonen, Mark Webber, and Pastor Maldonado qualifying in the top 10. Then Adrian Sutil, Nico Hulkenberg, Romain Grosjean, Jenson Button qualifying in 13th, and Paul di Resta in 14th place for Force India. Then Valtteri Bottas, Esteban Gutierrez down in 16th, Daniel Ricciardo, Jules Bianchi, Jean-Eric Verne in 19th, and Charles Pic, Max Chilson, and Guido van der Garde in 22nd place. Now, what an intriguing qualifying session that was. I did not expect to qualify second at all, whatsoever, like, unbelievable. But here we go, congratulating Lewis Hamilton on pole position. We celebrate second place, an unexpected and surprising second place. We start on the front row for the Singapore Grand Prix. So hopefully you enjoyed this qualifying session for Singapore Grand Prix. See you guys on the next video. Please like, comment and subscribe, and goodbye.